used to fill my weekends up with plans, so I wouldn't have to sit inside the quiet. I used to call whoever just to talk, so I wouldn't have to hear myself think about it. But somewhere in a Sunday with no plans, I accidentally found myself at home. Not the address but the feeling, the particular relief of being alone. Not lonely, just alone. Not empty, just still. Not waiting for something, just being exactly where I am until this is my solo season. Learning how to be my own best company. My solo season. Discovering the things I actually need. I used to think that quiet was the enemy. Turns out it was just waiting to be heard. My solo season. And I am finally listening to every word. I cooked a proper meal on a Wednesday, not for anyone, just because I could. Took my time with every step of it, and ate it at the table like I should. I've been reading books I bought and never opened. Going to the gym because it clears my head. Not because somebody said I should be better, but because I actually wanna feel less dead. Not performing for an audience of one, not proving anything to anyone at all. Just living in the fullness of my own time. Just learning how to catch myself before I fall. This is my solo season. Learning how to be my own best company. My solo season. Discovering the things I actually need. I used to think that quiet was the enemy. Turns out it was just waiting to be heard. My solo season. And I am finally listening to every word. I took myself to see a game last Saturday. Bought the good seat, didn't split it with a friend. Cheered as loud as I wanted when I wanted. Stayed until the very bitter end. I've been learning that my own opinions matter, that I don't need to check them against another. That the restaurant I want at 9 on Friday is mine to choose without consulting any other. This is not about walls or keeping distance. This is about knowing who you are first before you share yourself with someone worthy. You got to know your thirst. This is my solo season. Learning how to be my own best company. My solo season. Discovering the things I actually need. I used to think that quiet was the enemy. Turns out it was just waiting to be heard. My solo season. And I am finally listening to every word. My father called and asked if I was lonely. I said, no, Dad, I'm actually doing well. He said, good, because I worried when you're quiet. I said, the quiet's where I finally found myself. There's a version of me that couldn't sit with silence, that needed noise and people just to breathe. But I have learned to be enough for me now, and that's a thing I never thought I'd achieve. It's not that I don't want somebody sometime. It's that I know now what I'm bringing to the room. A man who knows himself, who knows his value, who doesn't need you but would genuinely choose you. I wanna tell the version of me earlier, the one who ran from quiet like it burned, that everything you were afraid to find in silence was actually myself first. And when the season turns and someone finds me, I'll be full, not running on a third. Hey, a solo season. Good seat at the game. Good seat at the game. Stayed until the end. Solo season. Dad asked if I was lonely. No, Dad, I'm doing well. Solo season. Dad asked if I was lonely. No, Dad, no, Dad, I'm doing well. Solo season. Alone is not the same as lonely. Quiet is not the same as empty. This is my solo season. I used to fill my weekends up with plans, so I wouldn't have to sit inside the quiet. I used to call whoever just to talk, so I wouldn't have to hear myself think about it. But somewhere in a Sunday with no plans, I accidentally found myself at home. Not the address, but the feeling, the particular relief of being alone. Not lonely, just alone. Not empty, just still. Not waiting for something. Just being exactly where I am until this is my solo season. Learning how to be my own best company. My therapist asked me what I wanted. I sat there for a moment, then I said, I wanna wake up in the morning not performing. I wanna live inside my life instead. I spent so long adjusting and accommodating, shrinking and expanding for the room, that I forgot what size I actually am outside of everybody else's Zoom. So I stopped adjusting, stopped the shrinking, stopped the reading of the room before I speak. And something that had been so long contracted finally started stretching out to reach. Unbothered, finally unbothered. Not because I don't care about a thing. Unbothered, finally unbothered. Because I know exactly what I bring. I used to need the validation and the noise to know that I was worth the space I take. Unbothered, finally unbothered. And honey, I'm not going back too small again. By myself on Friday, talked to everyone and no one in particular. Left when I was ready, not when it was over, and drove home feeling singular. I used to need an exit strategy, a person I could hide behind or follow. But I walked in and owned the room I entered, and walked out with nothing left to swallow. Not because I'm perfect, not because I'm fearless, but because I finally learned to trust my ground. That I can stand here I said no and watched them wait for me to look sad. I said actually I'm really good right now, and meant it, which is something new I've had. I have a life that I am genuinely living, not waiting for someone to make it real. I have a laugh that doesn't need an audience, and opinions I don't need to prove to feel. This is not a phase, this is not performance, this is not the face I wear until someone arrives. This is just me finally in my body, fully present in my own life. Unbothered, finally unbothered, not because I don't care about a thing. Unbothered, finally unbothered, because I know exactly what I bring. I used to need the validation and the noise to know that I was worth the space I take. Unbothered, finally unbothered, and honey, I'm not going back too small again. My mother said I seem different lately. I said yeah, I think I finally stopped pretending. She said pretending what? I said pretending that I needed anyone to give my life its meaning. She went quiet and then said she understood. Said she wished she learned it sooner for herself. I said it's not too late and held her hand a little, and we sat there, both of us, in our own health. Because this is not just mine to keep, this is something worth the passing on. That a woman holds inside herself is the most powerful thing under the sun. I wanna speak to every woman who has made herself more palatable, who has laughed a little softer, who has taken up a little less, who has waited to be chosen like a value was a question, who has answered with apology instead of yes. You don't have to do that anymore. You were never required to shrink. You were always the whole answer. You were never just the link. So stand in your full height, take the seat at the table, say the thing you know is true without waiting to be able. Because unbothered doesn't mean you don't feel, it means you feel it and you don't let it control you. It means you know the difference between what's yours and what they told you. And what's yours is magnificent, what's yours is worth the space, what's yours has always been enough, what's yours deserves this place. Unbothered, finally unbothered, not because I don't care about a thing. Unbothered, finally unbothered, because I know exactly what I bring. I used to need the validation and the noise to know that I was worth the space I take. Unbothered, finally unbothered, and honey, I'm not going back too small again. Never going back, never going back too small. Unbothered, finally free, finally me. Unbothered, unbothered. Therapist asked what I wanted, stop performing. Unbothered, went to the party alone. Let my life instead. I spent so long adjusting and accommodating, shrinking and expanding for the room, that I forgot what size I actually am outside of everybody else's Zoom. So I stopped adjusting, stopped the shrinking, stopped the reading of the room before I speak. And something that had been so long contracted finally started stretching out